Hey y'all, it's Talia Janae, and welcome back to the Licensed Yapper podcast. Hey Yappers, how y'all doing? I'm so happy that you guys have joined me again back for another week of the Licensed Yapper podcast. I hope you guys had a good week. I'm filming this on Saturday. This is gonna go up on Monday. Y'all know that. Y'all are down with the schedule now. Before we dive in to today's topic, I want to talk about my weekend so far. Even though it's Saturday and the weekend just started, yesterday I did something really fun. So I kind of want to debrief that just a little bit. So, um, at my job, one of the members who work at my job, she sings and she has a band. And they usually perform at weddings and do events and everything. And she was performing at the casino here, like one of the big casino resorts here, and where I live. And she was like, I want y'all to come out and like support and like just like hear me sing and like watch the performance, be entertained. So me and my coworkers and the owner were like, yeah, let's go and support and have some fun. I never been to a casino either. Like I've I'm 23, never been to a casino. So I was like, I don't really know what the vibe is, but like in the casino, the like the like the dance floor, I guess we can say, is in like the back. So we were really excited because me and my friend Tiana, who I've talked about, she has never been to a casino either. So we were like, cool, like why not? Like that'll be fun. So we show up and we're also with one of my friends, Riley, too. And we show up and we walk to the back. First of all, security at a casino, not what I expected. These people are like, I need ID. I need a second form of ID. I was like, whoa, it's strict in here. Anyways, we go to the like club, dance club, I guess, in the back. And I don't know if all casino clubs or casino bars are like this. I had a ball. I had a great time. The music was good. Her band was so good. Like switching from like pop to like 80s to hip hop. Like they were so good. So Lori, if you do hear this or anybody who knows Lori hears this, tell her that she did an amazing job. Her band was so good and we had so much fun dancing and like supporting her and singing along with her. It was so good. So the owner and Riley's parents leave, and we're just chilling, figuring out what our next move is going to be, what the vibe is. And Riley starts, all of a sudden, Riley's at a blackjack table. So I'm like, oh, period. Like, let me just sit and watch. And Riley gives me some of her coins. Keep in mind, I've never gambled in my life, okay? But I have played blackjack on my phone, on the app. So I was like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I know what the numbers are. So I was like, I'm gonna play. Some she gave me some chips. I said, yeah, I'll play. And I'm playing and I'm doing real good, y'all. Like I'm hitting 20, I'm hitting 21. Like I don't know if everybody knows how to play blackjack, but you're trying to get to 21 or whatever. And I'm hitting 20, hitting 21 or like 16 or 17. I'm in a good range, good number. I have good intuition. And I hit 21 exact. And I was like, not me winning. That's crazy. So I walked away with 80 bucks. I think I started with 20. I started with 20 because Riley gave me 20 to like get in. And then I left with 80. I was proud of myself for that. I thought that was a great accomplishment. And once that happened, I said, I'm done. I honestly think if I kept going, I could have probably left with a little bit more. But I was like, that's all. I'm leaving. I cashed out and I was done for the night. I wasn't even going to gamble. I don't gamble. But I was like, hey, you're giving me some chips. I'll play. And I walked away with 80 bucks. So I have $80 in cash. Thank you. Um, but yeah, that was super fun. And then a bunch of us chilled there for a little bit. We were running into so many people I knew. I was like, I didn't know we're going to the casino. Like, I never really thought to go there. So we ran into a bunch of people from like high school, which was crazy. I never do, but Riley and Tiana do. I don't run into anybody from my high school. I just don't. Like, okay, well, me and Tiana graduated from the same high school, so like, yeah, I see people that So like in that case, yes, but from my class, I never see people, which I love. I love that though. I love that I don't see them. If y'all are watching this, y'all are cool. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. But I just don't see anybody out, and nor do I want to. You know what I mean? It's like if I see them, cool, but I never do. But Riley saw some people from school, from high school, and so did Tiana. So we were like chatting to a bunch of people, and then it was probably around 11:59, 12 o'clock. 12. I don't know why I said that, but it was around 12 o'clock. And, well, okay, keep in mind, around like 10, we were like done with, or around like 11, we were done with the night. And I was like, yo, let's go to the station. The station is like the place where I do karaoke because I love karaoke. Makes me feel like a pop star. And I'm a great entertainer as well. Come see me on karaoke nights. But I was like, I really want to go to the station. Like, I want to go to karaoke. Like, that's like more my vibe. Like, and the Edge was cool, but it's a lot of like older people, which is fine. I love an older crowd. Like, they're fun. But I was like, I would rather go to the station. And they were like, no, let's just chill here. So I'm like, okay. An hour passes by. It's like 11, it's like 12:30 now. My times are all over the place, but it's like 12:30, 12:40 now. And then we're talking to some people and they're like, y'all want to go to the station? And I'm like, oh, now y'all want to go to the station. Now y'all want to go to the station. I've been wanting to go to the station since we left Edge, and now y'all want to go to the station? And I'm like, no, I'm kind of want to go home. Like, I'm kind of not feeling it. I was like, oh, I miss my bed at the moment. So we walk out and we get in the car and we're sitting there. And I was like, do y'all want to go to the station? I love this station. I just love karaoke. The station is a good vibe. Like the station, it's not a club, which I love. It's just like a bar, like a sports bar type vibe, and they have karaoke. And it's just chill. Nothing crazy happens at the station. Nobody's getting crazy. It's just a chill vibe, and that's what I like. Listen to some people do some karaoke and keep it pushing. That's the kind of vibe I am on. I'm not a partier, but like I'll have a good time. But like that's just more my speed. So we're sitting in the car and I was like, ugh, should we go to the station? Like, should we just pop in? Also, it was a Friday night. I've never been on to the station on a Friday night. I only go on Saturdays. So I was like, I don't really know what the vibe's gonna be, but we can like pull up and see. And like we'll just see what the vibe is. I was like, all right. So we call our friend Lawson, who he brought a friend. Lawson is my coworker, and he brought a friend, and we called them and we're like, yo, do y'all want to go to the station? They live like in another town over, so it's like 40 minutes, like from where we live to the casino. It's like 20 minutes, and like to the station it's like 20 minutes from where we live, and then for them it's like a 40-minute drive. So I was like, hey, like, do y'all want to go out? Like, it's just depending on like if y'all want to drive or not. And they're like, yeah, we'll go to the station. And I was like, okay, well, I guess we're going to the station. So we pull up to the station packed on a Friday. I was like, whoa, I didn't know the station was popping on a Friday night. We pull up to the station. There's some people in there that we saw at the casino too. I was like, oh, I guess we're just transitioning here. And we chilled there for a bit. It was a good vibe. Played some Jenga. They have like Jenga blocks. So we played Jenga, listened to some karaoke, just a good vibe. I love the station. But then it was around like 1:40-ish, and I was like, all right, y'all, let's wrap it up. I also was the DD, I guess you would say, the designated driver. So I was keeping it very smart. I was watching everybody's intakes, and I was like, all right, girly pop, you're on a higher level. Girly pop, you're here. I think it's time for us to go to bed. So that's what you gotta do as a good designated driver. You sit there, you observe the situation, observe to see what level each person is on, and that's how you decipher if it's time to roll out or not. So I was like, all right, guys, roll out like Transformers, like, let's go. So we left and I dropped everybody off, and it was a great night. And I've never been to a casino, and I'm not into gambling. It's not my thing, but will I possibly be at a blackjack table in the future? Maybe, possibly. I had a good time. I can't lie. I had a great time. And I don't know, like going, like partying, not even partying, but like seeing like my owners be like so like loose. It was just so much fun. Like everybody was just like in a really good mood, and I really enjoyed last night. And I woke up tired, y'all. I usually record at like 7. It's 9. Your girl was tired, and I like threw this on and I filmed this, but I'm so happy to be with y'all. And that's just been like my weekend. And then tonight we're going to try like this new sushi hand roll place that I'm really excited about because I've been on a sushi binge lately. Thursday night, me and my friends might go get sushi, and it's some and while we were on vacation, like a couple weeks ago, like in the last podcast, I was telling y'all that we were on vacation at the beach and we went to Houston. Like we had sushi in Houston and in on the beach. So I'm in a sushi boat right now. So we're gonna go try this new hand roll place that I'm so excited about, and I'll tell y'all about that next week too. But yeah, that's was my weekend, and I'm excited for more adventures with my girly pops. And meeting, I just love the people I'm around and like the people I'm meeting, and they're just good people. And like that's what you want when you get older. You want to surround yourself with a community of people that are likely minded as you. Like minded? Likely minded. Same thing. Like minded and have fun. I was like, yo, I like to sing. I like to dance. Like, I'm not someone who just stands in the corner. Like, no, that's so whack. Like, let's have fun. Like, that's the vibe I'm on, and that's the vibe everybody that I'm friends with is always on. And I love that. That makes me so happy to find girly pops that like to dance. But yeah, that was my Friday. Well, now I want to switch in to the topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about because I saw a TikTok, which is usually how I get my ideas. Like a TikTok sparks my idea, or like a tweet, something sparks it, and I'm like, ooh, I want to talk about this. But I saw a TikTok that was about like being having like detachment in a relationship and how it could be healthy. And I was like, ooh, that's so me. Also on Thursday, we were sitting in the car after sushi with my girls, Jean and T, and we're sitting there like talking about guys and relationships or whatever. And me and Jean were like, we're kind of mean. We're not the nicest. But we like love that we're a little mean because like we're just not gonna let any man run all over us. Like we're just not gonna do that. And we were having a good time. But then I looked at Jean and I was like, Jean, maybe we're a little mean. Like maybe we can chill out just a little bit. And I saw this TikTok. I think it was either the next day, and I was like, oh, like this is a really good topic to talk about. And I think it's important, and I want to explain myself and what I mean about having a healthy detachment in relationships, and how I think it is a good thing because detachment sounds like a bad thing, but I feel like when I really thought about it and like wrote down the reasons and like I put like 4 examples of why it's good, and when I was thinking about them, I really was like going in depth about them. So the word detachment might be like, okay, Tilly, what are you talking about? But it all will make sense. So, so like I said, it's a strong word, but I'm gonna break it down. So basically, for me, having a healthy detachment relationships is maintaining my individuality, my emotional balance, and boundaries without becoming overly dependent in that relationship. I always think when you are codependent in a relationship, that's not good. I talked about that 2 weeks ago. No, 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 not okay. And that to me is what healthy detachment is. So basically, what I mean by that is like, I am always going to be Talia Janae. From today, I was Talia Janae yesterday, I'm Talia Janae today, and I'm Talia Janae tomorrow. And even after this relationship, I will still be Talia Janae. Like, I will always be myself. I feel like a lot of women change who they are to fit in a relationship. I'm going to be myself the whole way through. Like, I'm not that type of girl. Like, if you don't like what you see, what you're getting now, you're not going to like it in the future because I'm not going to change. I'm always going to be myself, and no man will ever change me or try to change me or try to, no, this is what you're going to get. And I make that very clear and very obvious, and not in a way of like, I'm not going to change for you. Like, I don't say that right straight up, but like, I'm very intentional, and I show my personality probably really fast nowadays. I used to like don't really like be Talia times two around certain people, but nowadays I'm myself everywhere I go. So it's like I'm not gonna change myself for you. I don't care. So the first thing and the whole codependent thing, it's like you want to be with someone who wants you, not someone who needs you. I think that is so dramatic when a man's like, I need you. No, you don't. You don't need me. Like, you will survive without me. Like, I think that's so dramatic and it's low key an ick. Like, don't say you need me. I don't want to be needed by someone because you're going to survive without me. Because I know I'll survive without you. I want to be wanted by someone. That to me is more attractive than a man saying he needs me. No, you don't. Like, we're being dramatic. You don't need me. I want to be wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I will never fall into codependency, even though some people say never. I just know myself so well. I don't think I'll ever do that. And we'll go through that. So the first step is to give each other space. And I mean that when I say this. For me personally, my life does not revolve around my relationship. There are a lot of women that when they're in a relationship, friends, bye bye, family, bye bye, themselves, bye bye, they're only focused on that relationship. Which, in hindsight, which in one part, that's great. You should care about your relationship and find it important. But on the other side, I'm not good. My life doesn't stop because I'm with you. My life doesn't stop because I'm into someone. I will still be myself. I will still be doing what I want. I will still be talking to my friends, hanging out with my friends, being me, even though I'm in a relationship with you. And I don't need to be around you every second of the day. I don't. I don't need to be around you I'm not a clingy girl. I like my space more than anything. I don't need to be around my person all the time. I don't need to be texting you all the freaking time. Like for me, the perfect thing is like we're both work. We're grown. We both work, we have jobs, we have lives. I like the whole like we'll like probably text here and there throughout the day, but at the end of the night, I like to like do a FaceTime or a call and chat about our day. I love that. I don't need to you don't need to text me good morning every morning because let's be so real, you don't care. I don't care either. We don't need to be talking about how was your day? Like I don't care, honestly. And that might sound crazy, but I just feel like people really throw themselves in a relationship like head first full, which is great, but like always know that you still have a life without that person. I to me it's very attractive to know that like the man that I'm with has his own thing going on. That's so attractive. You have your own life, you have your own goals, you have your own drive, you have your own passions. I love that you have something that you do that is in your lane and you're great at it and you do that. Because guess what? I have something that I'm great at and that I do and that I'm invested in as well, but you're not, but like that doesn't stop because I'm with you. You have to give each other space. If you crowd each other, if you're like up on each other all the time, for me, I get what's the right word? What comes to my mind is like I get sick of you, honestly. Like we don't need to be up all over each other all the time. Like I like you, okay? But I don't need it to be in my face all the time. And that sounds harsh, but it's not. Like I'm just my own person too. I'm just Talia who happens to have a boyfriend. You know what I mean? It's not like, hi, I'm Talia, I have a boyfriend. It's, hi, I'm Talia, and I happen to have one. Does that sound shady? I don't think that sounds bad. I think it's just like, I know I'm my own person, and my relationship doesn't define who I am. Like, my relationship is my personality. I'm me if I was in a relationship or not. You know what I mean? Like, and like, I'm not in a current relationship, but I would think I would make it very clear to whoever I end up in a relationship with in the future that I will not. That I'm not the clingy type. I don't love to be overbeared. It really just, I don't like that. It's just not my vibe. That's not really, and like, I feel like my love language is quality time, but I don't need to be like, like I don't need to hold your hand while we're walking all the time. Like I just don't need that. I like my own space. I like that I have my own life. You have your own life. Now when you're married it's two different things. I'm not married. I don't plan to be married anytime soon. So that's not where I'm coming with this. But if we're two different people that are dating and we're seeing each other, we're committed to each other, great, love that. Beautiful. I still have my own life. You still have yours and my life isn't going to stop for yours. And I hope that your life doesn't stop for me. You feel me? I don't know if that sounds right. I don't know if that's coming off harsh or if y'all are understanding what I'm saying, but I think it's just really important to keep that individuality in your relationship, which kind of goes into like, don't panic over the small stuff. Because he didn't text you all day, that's fine. Girl, he's working, he's getting a bag, he's making money. You should love that. Like, you should love that your man's off working all day and he's making money. If he doesn't have time to send you a text every day, it's okay. It's okay. Like, you don't need to be texting constantly. And I feel like when you freak out over those small things, the small things become big things and they're not even that important. You start arguing over these small things. Why aren't you texting me? Why aren't you talking? Like, it's not that serious. It goes back to what I said before. We all have our own lives. We all have own things going on. If you keep focusing on those small things, which for me, because I feel like the detachment style works best for me, I'm not going to sit here and get all worked up about these small, tiny things. It could also be like, even we were talking about in the car about like girls who like share their locations. Like, for me, I don't need your location. I really don't need it. I could care less where you're at, to be honest. Because for me, I feel like you want to share locations and you want to frame it as like a safety thing, but you want to share a location because y'all don't, there's a trust factor involved. Because I feel like a lot of the girls I know, not all of them, but a lot of the girls I know who do share their locations with their boyfriends, they're checking it all the time. They're always checking where they're at. Babe, I want no stress of that in my life. I want no part of that. I don't care. For me, you have my utmost trust until you give me a reason not to trust you. So, if you tell me, yo T, like if you tell me, yo T, I'm gonna be out with some my friends tonight, like we're gonna have like a boys' night or whatever, like cool. Oh my gosh, have so much fun. Love that for y'all. Have a ball. I want the boys to have a ball. Y'all have do y'all's thing. Oh my gosh, love that for you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be sitting here in my room all night like, okay, but he told me he was gonna be here, but he's not here. Or he got there late. Why did he get there late? I will never, and I say this, I've been saying this for years, and let's pray to the good Lord that I stick to this, but I will never want to be that girl. And I will never be that girl who sits in her bed and who is like, where is he at? Where is he going? Who is he with? Is he lying to me? I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. You have my trust. I'm trusting your word. I'm trusting that you have enough respect to me not to lie to me, and you have my trust that I will trust you that you're going to be doing what you're doing. You're a grown man. We're grown. You know what I mean? I don't need to see where you're doing at every minute of the day. Like, and if you tell me you were going to one place and you'll end up switching it to another, I don't really need to know, to be honest. I don't need a text that's like, oh, actually, we actually switched plans. We're going here. Okay? I didn't really need to know that. I don't really care to know that, because those are small things that will build up into something big. That will be something that you just think we're just sharing locations, and now you're watching the location and you're freaking out over everything. Why'd you go here? Like, my friend John, she told us that like one of her exes was like, why did you go to Chick-fil-A twice in a day? Like, he thought she was being sneaky, and she was like, I just was being a big bag and I wanted Chick-fil-A twice in a day. Like, you know what I mean? You're taking that small thing and making it into something it's not even. I don't care. You have my trust until you don't have it anymore. Until you do something that makes me say, okay, I don't trust you. I don't really need to know. I don't care. I don't care. You can literally just tell me, yeah, I'm going out with some friends tonight. I might not text you or whatever. Cool. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like, okay, at the end of the night, I'm just someone that's like, all right, just text me when you're there, text me when you're leaving, when you're coming, text me when you're there, and then text me when you're coming back home. That to me is all I really need to know, because I just know that you got there safely and you came back safely. Cool. I don't need all the underlying details. When we see each other and when we're in the same vicinity, then we can have story times. That's fun. Then we can have story times and debrief about what happened that night or what happened on my night out. But I don't need to know. I don't need to play by play. I don't need to play by play, because that will stress me out and I will become my girl who's sitting in her bed going crazy. I don't need that. I don't need that. Like, don't panic over the small stuff. They don't matter. They really don't. They really don't. And if you are that girl who's in your bed, watching every location, watching where he's at, watching what he's posting on your Finsta, watching what his friends are posting, there's no trust in your relationship, babe. And that's just something that's never going to get fixed, because you don't trust that man. And that's just what that is. You have to learn to detach from that and to be able to say, you know what? I don't need to do this. What's the point of me doing this? This is only sending me down a spiral. And I bet you he's not sitting up in his room worried about where you're at. You feel me? Like, I think that is something that I make pretty clear. And I was like, it doesn't mean I don't care. It doesn't mean I don't care. It just means that, like, I'm not going to stress over something like that. I'm just not, you know? That's just me, though. This one is very important to me. Reminding myself that I will be okay without you. This is kind of the same with the first topic. My life is not ending. The world is not ending. I'm, you can be heartbroken. You can be heartbroken and be so sad that a relationship ended or that someone, you can be really, really upset about that. But that doesn't mean it's over. I think we need to realize, I think us as women need to realize loving someone is a choice, not survival. You don't, you won't have to survive to love him, to be with him. Babe, that is a choice you're making. And it's a beautiful choice. But even if that something goes wrong, you have to realize, you know what? I love myself more, and I love myself more to know that I will be okay if this ends. And we were telling our friend who, you know, recently broke up with someone because he was a slime ball and cheated on her. We were like, I want you so badly to know that, like, you are okay without him. You are beautiful. You are worthy without him. Your life doesn't end. You are, you chose to love this person. You chose to give this person your trust, and he betrayed it. And that's wrong. But your life doesn't end and your world doesn't end because that relationship is gone. Keep going forward. You're successful. You're beautiful. You make your own money. You got your own bag. You know what I mean? Of course, that's a heartbreak. And of course, I've never personally been heartbroken. So I can't really relate in that sense. But I know that I love myself in the relationship and I will love myself outside of the relationship. And I love myself more than you. I think that's really important to know too. And to keep yourself from being, and I think that's what a healthy detachment style is to know that at the end of the day, I can love you all I want, but I love myself more. I do. I do. And that's not being conceited. That's not me. That's just the truth. The fact of the matter is I love myself more. I love myself more to walk away from a situation that doesn't, that doesn't do anything for me. I know to I love myself more to know that I have not even do I love myself more, I have more respect for myself than I have for you. I'm not going to sit here and be okay and put up with things that I know I wouldn't if it wasn't you. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like a lot of times we really put love in the forefront of things and we think love can fix things, and with love and with love and with love, I love myself more at the end of the day. And I will love myself more to walk away. I don't like, I will be okay. I will be perfectly fine. My life is not ending. And I think when you put someone on that pedestal, and because low key you're idolizing that relationship, you're putting that relationship so high that when it's over, you don't know what to do with yourself. Nah, not me. It just can't be me. I think, you know, I'm only 23, so I'm pretty sure I will experience heartbreak one point in my life. That's just inevitable. Like, I feel like it'd be naive for me to say I'll never experience it. I probably will, and it probably will hurt. And I've never experienced it, so I don't know what my reaction will be, but I will know I will be okay. I'll be okay. And at the end of the day, I have myself and I'm walking away with my self respect and my self love. Even if somebody breaks up with me, I know that at the end of the day, that sucks. This is someone that I probably love, that I cared for, but I love and care for myself more and to take care of myself. I think that's really important. And that kind of goes with all three things that I was saying before. Like, you've got to put yourself first. You've got to. And that's just like the era that I've been in this year of like protecting my peace and putting myself first. And I think once we get to the point as women, we are going to respect ourselves a lot more and move in relationships a lot differently. Because I think we give a lot to a man. We give a lot to men when we're in a relationship with them, and that's just normal. We move and we function off of our we move and function off of our emotions and feelings. So I'm not surprised that's what we do, but we put that man before ourselves. Not even just before our family or our friends. We put him before ourselves, and then you're in a relationship where you're so codependent, so stuck in, you don't even know who you are anymore. You realize that you changed yourself so much for that person that you lost yourself. You will survive without him. Love is a choice, not survival. And then the last one kind of ties in to what I was saying before, which is maintaining self-worth outside of that relationship. I will continue, even in a relationship, to be me, dress how I want, do my nails, take care of myself, boast myself up. It's great to when a man compliments you. But I know at the end of the day, my self worth is high, not because I'm in a relationship, but because I love who I am. You know what I mean? And my confidence doesn't decline because I'm now single or that I'm with someone. It might increase when I'm with someone, but it's not going to decline if I lose that. And I think when I'm telling myself these four things in a relationship, when it ends, I'm not going to be as upset as I usually am because these are just things that are always swirling in my brain. Strong sense of self creates more strong and stable relationships. When you know who you are, and when that man also knows that my girl knows who she is, and my girl don't play that, my girl don't put up with that, people might hear that and they're like, "Oh, your girl's strict." Yeah, we want a strict program over here. And what about it? And when that man knows that you're with him out of choice and not because you need him, and that you respect him and you love him, but you'll be okay without him, he's going to respect you more. Because I don't think why I think I would respect a woman more, because I feel like we need to realize a strong sense of self prevents codependency, encourages trust, reduces anxiety and jealousy, helps communication stay calmer, creates strong boundaries, it allows people to grow, and it makes love feels chosen and not forced. It makes the love feel more authentic, more genuine in that relationship, you know? And I really want so much for women. Like I watch a lot of reality TV, and a lot of them are dating shows, and I see a lot of women like every time a relationship ends or something happens, they're like, why is it always me? Like, it's always me. And it's like, babe, that's not what it is. At the end of the day, I think we also need to take into account that we make bad decisions. And if we're choosing good men that aren't the best, it is always going to be you. It's not always going to end well. I think we need to take some responsibility and realize, did I have enough respect for myself in that relationship? Did I love myself enough for that relationship? Did I put him at a higher standard? Did I put him on a pedestal? You know what I mean? And when you break those things down and realize, you're like, okay, I did, And that's why I feel like I am a detached person, not avoidant, because I don't feel like I'm avoidant at all. I'm very present in the relationship, very focused, but I think a healthy detachment of knowing that I'm okay without you. And I don't think that's wrong with someone telling me that. If a man told me like, "Yo, I like you," like I really like you're someone I really like get along with, I vibe with you heavy, and I like really enjoy my time with you, but like if this doesn't work out, that's fine. Like I'll be okay. Yeah, I'd be like, "Yeah, you will be okay." You'll be all right. I will too. You know what I mean? And I think that's good to know, and that's important to know. And I think for me, I guess this is my opinion, but I feel like when men know that like you'll be okay, like you'll be fine. I don't know. I need to ask a guy that question, because to me, I feel like they'd be like, "Yo, my girl's independent. Like she does, like she's solid." You know what I mean? But some guys may take that as wanting to be wanted, or like men like to be needed. So I don't really know. I'm gonna ask a lot of men these questions that come back actually, because that's a good question to ask. Because for me, that's a good thing. But I think a lot of men do want to be needed and want to feel like that women need them, which is like, I may need you to get something off a high shelf, you know, but I can survive without you. We have means now where I'm good. I want to be with you. I want to be in this relationship. That's different. I'd rather be wanted than needed. Love is chosen, not survival. Those are the things I want y'all to leave with. Because I feel like when you have those installed in you, when you're prepping yourself with those things early on, nothing can stop you, bro. Like you'll get in a relationship and it'll be one of the healthiest things you do. Now, this works for me. It might not work for you, but I think to really think about it, sit on it, and think like, am I approaching relationships How am I approaching relationships? Am I codependent on my person when I'm with someone? Am I? Am I the girl that's sitting in my bed watching the location like crazy? Am I? I think those are important questions to ask ourselves. Um, and I like think about that. Leave me a comment, leave me a DM, tell me what you're thinking about that, because I think that's important. But yeah, that's what I really want to talk about, and I think that's a really good topic. And I think it's something that I recently realized about myself. I don't think I knew that. I think I always spoke like this, but I don't think I knew exactly what it was. But I definitely think a healthy detachment style is good. Detachment is a strong word, but it could be used in a different light. And I hope that I kind of shed that to y'all and y'all can see where I'm coming from with that. Okay, now we're moving on to the reality recap because I have a lot to say. So the Summer House finale was this week, and we got the reunion trailer. Yes, we've been waiting for this for so long. I've been waiting for this reunion since the scandal happened, to be honest. Okay, one thing I want to point out that I feel like that's just been a theme in not even this season of Summer House, but past seasons, is that Kyle and Amanda are so good at communicating with other people about their marital problems, but horrible at communicating it with each other. Horrible at it. Like this episode, seeing how Kyle was following her around the party, trying to talk to her, trying to apologize, trying to communicate, and Amanda was just kept putting him off, putting him off, putting him off, but then was sitting with Mia and Sierra and telling them exactly how she feels. Exactly how she feels, but doesn't want to communicate it with Kyle. And I know that I have a little bit of empathy for or some sympathy for Amanda in the sense of I know she put up with a lot with Kyle. You know, first off, I wouldn't let my husband call me out my name, especially in front of my friends, but he hasn't been the nicest, and the respect obviously hasn't been there. But Kyle does try, and I feel like we saw a lot this season. Kyle is trying, and Amanda gives him no slack. She loves when her friends dog on him, and to see this man basically chase around this party to get her attention and her not wanting to be around him, Amanda hates Kyle. I don't care what she says. I don't care if they're in a good space now. She hates that man. They despise each other. They are miserable. You can feel it through the screen. All their friends can tell, and I think that's why everybody was crying so hard at the end of the episode because they knew that next summer will never be the same. It just won't. And we didn't know it would be because of this West stuff, but I think even just with Kyle and Amanda, their relationship is so unhealthy and everybody could see it. And I think we saw especially Amanda check out, but I don't think we know really what kind of wife Amanda was to Kyle. We could pick up things and, put things together, but I don't think she was that helpful ever, to be honest. I think Kyle took on a lot, which we will talk about the in the city because things connect. Also, I think this just really shows how good of a friend Sierra was. Like towards the how good of a friend Sierra was at the end of the episode where she's like caressing Amanda's face and she's like, "You're beautiful, you're strong, I love you, you can do anything." Like telling her affirmations, and then to have Amanda hear all of that, hug her, love up on her, and then turn around and do what she did with West blows my mind daily. Like I still can't believe that she did that. Seeing how we're seeing in real time how good of a friend Sierra was to Amanda, and all of this happened, and she still turned and did that to her, and still is currently doing it. Insane. And Sierra and Mia are the definition of girls. Girls, they're like me. Like, if I'm gonna tell you, like, girl, if you want to move out of that apartment, let me know. Call me up. We're getting a truck, a U-Haul. I will rent a U-Haul. We're going to the apartment. We're taking your stuff out and we're leaving. Call me, bro. You want to go? I'll be the first one to get you out of there. But if you want to stay, I will support you in everything you do. I tell my friends that all the time. Like, especially with my friends who like don't know if they want to go back with their ex or not. I'm like, girl, personally, I say don't spin the block. I don't believe in that. Also, I don't think you should get back with him. Like, there's so many issues. I don't think you should shy away from those. But if you choose to stay, I will 100% support you. That's the kind of friend I am. I'm the friend that will always tell you to leave the man, and I don't care. My first response will be to leave that man, girl. Bye. Tell him goodbye and walk away. That's just my first response. But if you, at the end of it, because it's your life, make the choice and decide to stay with him or to get back with him, I will be your biggest supporter. I love you in all your wrongs and all your rights. I will give my opinion when it's asked, and it might be to leave. Most likely, 99.9% of the time, it'd be to leave. But if you decide to stay, I'm going to support you in that because I'm your friend and I'm not your mother, and I'm not going to look down on you for the decisions you make. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what Sierra and Mia are. They are very like, girl, we got your back. Like, if you need something, giving her so much advice. And Amanda's like sitting there, like, y'all say the things I want to say. Say them then. Say them to your husband. Like, I don't get why she can't say them or she feels like she shouldn't say them. That annoys me. Grow a backbone. Tell him what you mean. I'm very communicative, probably over communicative. So ain't nobody will ever be like, what is Talia thinking? You know exactly what I'm thinking. But you know exactly what I'm thinking. And like seeing the reunion trailer and like have Amanda sit there and see the audacity of what she went into that reunion with, and have her sit there like, y'all act like nobody has ever done this before. And Lindsay and Mia are like, in high school. And Mia's like, are you morally bankrupt? Like, that line I love. Because what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And seeing seeing Sierra sit there and say, for the past 6 years, I have been your champion. I've championed you. I've pushed you. I've tried to show you that you're an individual outside of Kyle. And you still did this to me. I think it was very important. And I'm so happy she said that. And I want to talk about the scene where she said that West is with Amanda to spite her. I don't think she's actually saying like West is with Amanda to piss off Sierra and to make her upset. I think I think we did learn this season that he said out of his own mouth that he had resentment for Sierra for the backlash that he got for his own actions. So I can't sit here and say that I don't believe that when he started hooking up with Amanda, he wasn't like low key laughing at Sierra and being like, yo, she treated me badly. I'm low key gonna do this to her. I don't think he was doing it like in an evil way. Well, this whole thing is evil, but I 100% think that ran through his mind, and he didn't care. And Amanda don't care obviously either. This man had a whole girlfriend. He was kissing up on Sierra on the season, and now she's still with him. Like, she doesn't care. She's a bird. I'm sorry, but Amanda is a straight up bird. I can't. That's my favorite thing, and I hate calling women out of. I hate saying bad things about women, but she is a bird. I've never seen more of a bird than her. And we say if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it's a duck, babe. And he does spite Sierra. He resents her. He resents that he came in to Summer House the first time around, had a connection with Sierra, thought it was going to be great, had her come home to his parents, to a wedding, visit his brother in Chicago, all these things. And when he ended it wrongly, and the fans came after him. He resents her for that. He doesn't say, you know what, my actions are the reason that the fans are coming at me this way. He says, no, Sierra, it's on you. You did this to me. He hates her for that. So, and I think we also see how how Sierra was basically saying in that first reunion trailer that she's more hurt by Amanda than West. Because at the end of the day, West has hurt her before, and he would probably going to hurt her again. It's not a surprise. Well, it's surprising that he did this from the connection that they thought that she thought they rebuilt, but it's not like it's not that shocking. It's like, of course this man who's been playing me played me again, but this girl who I trusted for 6 years, who I built up her confidence. I'm basically the reason why she decided to start her own brand. I loved her so much, gave her so much reassurance in her relationship, gave her so much advice in her relationship, turned around and did this to the one person who made me get to my lowest point. And I think that's where we see that Amanda is more wrong than West. And I can't stand this thing of people being like we're putting more blame on the woman than the man. Yeah, we are in this situation. So at the end of the day, a man can know how a woman might feel about a situation, but women, we know what that feels like. We know what it feels like. We know what that does to our mental, and to do it to each other is wild behavior to do. Because you will be in my shoes and probably have been in my shoes, and you decided to do this to another woman and put another woman through this distress. That is why it hurts more. And I'm just so excited for the reunion on Tuesday. I am geeked up and excited about it. I know there's a watch party in New York. I wish I could be there. I am so excited. I'm so excited to break it down. And the same thing in the city, where we go in the city and we see how much Amanda hates West. Like, everything this man did, she was just over it, which is fine. You guys aren't supposed to be together. But, like, I don't understand why we're dragging this on for so long. And I feel like she did. Like should have been more communicative. And people were saying like why did Kyle charge her back rent? I think it's crazy. Don't y'all think it's crazy that this man was struggling to keep Loverboy afloat, struggling with money, and Amanda was sitting here not paying or helping to pay rent for 3 years? If my husband, which I'm on the side of like, I think my husband should pay the bills too, girl. I agree with that. But if my husband is in financial ruins and he's struggling right now, I will get up and start paying things. Like the fact that she still sat back for 3 years and did nothing is wild to me. And y'all think that's a partnership? And y'all think it's just on Kyle? Nah, Amanda is definitely on Amanda. Amanda just doesn't curse out Kyle at a dinner table, so we think Amanda is innocent. She's the victim. But she's not the victim. She's not. She's not. She's just not. So I'm excited for the In the City premiere. I'm excited for the Summer House reunion. I'm just excited to see where this is going to go. And I hope you guys are going to ride this out with me. And then June 2nd, Love Island's coming back. I'm so excited. So yeah, y'all, we have some weeks ahead of us, and I'm so excited for more topics to talk about and more reality TV, of course. And I hope you guys really, really enjoyed this episode. I love you, my yappers. Pieces and blessings. Bye, guys.